2 of the National Football League.
And featured this week is C.J. Mosley, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game.
It's the Jets and the Chiefs.
All that and more coming up next.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field right at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They run up the middle with Foster. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Chiefs had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. The throw out to Ross. He's got it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Kansas City.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown! Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll buy some, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now, this is not a common sight where he runs to the open field and doesn't get away. This time, brought down for a big sack. And as we said, normally, he gets outside the pocket and runs for nice yardage. Here, the exact opposite. They get him down for a double-digit loss.
Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Hardman on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-0.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now a hit and a loose football inside the 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Mahomes now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
On first down, Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Chiefs 10, Jets 0.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Going up the middle, Foster. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Gray. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes our score 17-0.
Jets 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Charles, this offense just can't seem to get off the ground.
But the quarterback, he has to keep picking himself off the ground because this pass rush, they've been on him so far in a big way. 3 sacks here in the first half. He might tell his offensive line, quit helping me up and just block the guys in front of you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. They'll go again with Foster. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Mahomes to throw once more. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and then his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. A quick throw, but incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Delayed give to Foster. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Intended for Chris Paul. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a first down for Chiefs.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Completes it to Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Second and 2. Mahomes going to throw. Open man, here's Foster. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Chiefs.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they lead the visiting Houston Texans at halftime. 2 touchdowns in that game for J.K. Dobbins. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he fires one, but incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
That pass complete to Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And Davis has it over the middle.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
George Karlaftis on the stop.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mahomes throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
A shotgun handoff now. Foster. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Holding offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now here's Mahomes. A dump off for Mason. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The New York set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And a little floater there is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
He certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
A first down carry for Foster. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They get it to Moore on the jet sweep. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll set up to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chiefs.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got the connection to Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're...
For the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now out come the Jets. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Now Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have the first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a good call there. That brings up 4th.
4th down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort, keep trying to keep your quarterback upright, and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Romero.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jets trying, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. On 2nd and goal, McCoy. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That was probably going to backfire.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go on 4th down. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it.
Now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Jets 3.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately,
the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Jets
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
At the 39-yard line.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Here's McCoy. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now Hall to start the drive.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us It's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
84 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll hand off to Foster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.